Hi, you guys. So this morning we want to talk about refunds and filing your actual tax return. A lot of things are brewing in the tax streets in reference to our returns being accepted by the IRS yet. When is the official starting date? Is it going to be an increase in the child tax credit? And then ultimately, when are you going to get your tax refund? So let's start at the beginning. So on yesterday, hub testing started. And if you don't know what hub testing is when the IRS start accepting tax returns early to test their actual system to make sure it's functioning properly. So hub testing did start yesterday. Now the thing with hub testing is that even though we are sending tax returns to the IRS and they are being accepted or rejected, we don't know if we send your tax return, is it going to be accepted prior to the official starting date, because each software company has allotted amount of tax returns they can send to the IRS per day, and we don't know whether our returns or who return is going to be actually sent. But it is a great possibility that if you are sending your tax return, or we're sending your tax return now, then it's a possibility that you could get accepted or rejected by the IRS. Now, the official start date is January the 29th. That is when the IRS opened up their system nationwide to everybody in order for them to submit their tax returns. So we are submitting returns through hub testing, but the official date nationwide is January the 29th. That's not going to change. That's the date the IRS announced as the official start date. So that's what the IRS is going to do, right? So people are asking about the child tax credit and increase, because there's been a lot of talk about it could go back to the child tax credit from 2021. Now, that's a possibility. Congress is in talks whether or not they want to implement that particular credit back for this particular tax filing season. Now, understand this. There's no guarantees. They've been talking about this for a while, but they are saying that, they might actually pass it, but then we don't know for sure. So a lot of people ask, should I file my taxes or wait until that bill passed? Well, the problem is we don't know if the bill's going to pass or not. So I don't know if you want to hold off on filing your taxes just to see if a bill that they've been talking about forever is going to pass or not. Now, if the bill do pass, understand you're still going to get the money. They're either going to put it in your refund when they send your refund, or they're going to send you a separate deposit for it. But either way it goes, if you qualify for it, you're still going to get your money. It's going to be up to you whether or not you want to wait and to see if the bill passes or not. And you know how Congress is. They might take forever. So I don't know if that's a good reason to hold up on filing your taxes. But that's a decision that you have to make. Okay, now the next thing is when refunds gonna be issued. So understand this. This is a normal filing season. Refunds are usually issued between 7 or 8 to 21 business days. So for not most taxpayers, but for some taxpayers, you're not waiting to after February the 15th to get your refund. Everybody's not waiting to after February the 15th to get their refund. The only people that have to wait until after February the 15th to get their refund are people who has the earned income tax credit or the additional child tax credit. Now understand this, it's the additional child tax credit, not the child tax credit. It's a difference. One is non-refundable, one is refundable. So if you do not have either one of those credits on your actual tax return, then your tax refund will be processed in the normal 7, 8 to 21 business days, okay? But if you are one of the people that has the earned income tax credit and the additional child tax credit on your tax return, by law, the IRS cannot issue your tax return before February the 15th. They are predicting that those refunds will be issued around February 27th. From history, they are usually issued between the 21st and the 24th, but it could be the 27th. So again, if you have earned income tax credit or additional child tax credit, then you have to wait till after February the 15th. If you do not have one of those credits on your tax return, your return can be processed between 8 to 21 business days. So everybody's situation is different. Make sure you're not comparing your situation to somebody else's situation, because you don't know what's on that person's tax return. Now, if you didn't know who I am Dr. Gwinnetta Wright. I'm a business and tax strategist. I'm the owner of Xpert Tax Service. Make sure you follow my pages, Xpert Tax Service, and it's spelled with the X and not an E, on all social media platforms for more tax tips.